ships. We're just shooting ships. Iran. The U.S. blew up 6 oil tankers, or Iranian boats. Jesus Christ, man.
You can't get to record high disapproval.
Can you fuck off? Thank you. Another news fork found in kitchen. True!
Today, the U.S. military says it blew up 6 Iranian small boats in the Strait of Hormuz after Iran launched, quote, multiple cruise missiles, drones, and small boats at U.S. Navy ships and commercial vessels. The exchange of fire happening just hours after President Trump announced that the U.S. will begin helping guide stranded ships out of the strait. Meantime, the UAE is accusing Iran of renewed missile and drone attacks.
So, the UAE accused Iran. Iran shot cruise missiles towards the UAE. The UAE shot them down, and then the U.S. shoots down 6 Iranian boats.
The first since early April, including a drone strike on an Emirati oil port, causing a large fire and injuring 3 people there, according to officials. Let's go to CNN's Kristen Holmes at the White House right now.
Mommy, I need you. We're dealing with some important shit right now, God's kid. We'll get to you later.
Right now, so Kristen, what is the administration saying as tensions with Iran appear to be escalating?
It's not just the tensions that are escalating, Boris. We're also hearing it in President Trump's rhetoric. He just did a brief phone interview with Fox in which he said essentially that if the Iranians target U.S. ships in the area, that they will be, quote, blown off the face of the earth. Now, during this
fucking insane thing to say in the middle of a ceasefire
interview, he also said that the Iranians were more malleable now, that he did believe that there could be some kind of negotiation that led to a deal. But I've got to tell you, we are in a very different place now than we were at the end of last week. I was hearing from U.S. officials at the end of last week, senior administration officials, who were saying that they felt really good about the direction that this was going in. Instead, now we're starting to see this really seem to devolve. And President Trump posted on social media about what we were seeing in the Strait, saying Iran has taken some shots at unrelated nations in respect to the ship movement. And he also noted it was a
Iran is taking nuclear shots at unrelated nations with respect to the ship movement, Project Freedom, including South Korean cargo ship. Perhaps it's time for South Korea to come to and join the mission.
Korean cargo ship. Then he is.
I need to know what Iran's talking about this, because I don't. It's like, it's one of those things where I don't know whether or not to believe him.
Let me begin by saying congratulations to the small business.
The White House needs to fix this. The fact that I'm only hearing him in my left ear is pissing me off beyond belief.
People of the year from all 50 states. It's a big deal. It's a big deal, and you
fuck
can
off.
be proud of yourself. Our country's made up of a lot of small businesses, and that ends up being a really big
Liam,
business.
don't worry about it.
As small business owners and operators, the people in this room represent the 36 million small businesses who create 40% of all economic. Essentially, the most important. It's we're doing record business. We have a stock market that hit even with this military operation. Call it
stock market. Let's look at the stocks. S&P 500.
Good girl.
Thank you for the follow. So the S&P is down 29 points today. Year to date, let's see. We're at 7,000 points, people. In the last 6 months, where are we at? So yes, if you were just my first stream back after I turned 18 and it's Trump shit. Yeah, Ollie Star, what's up? Okay, so here we were watching it, and then Iran, and then ceasefire, and then we're seeing this general trend downwards. These multiple dips. It's gonna drop pretty hard. Oil prices are also 104. Oh my god, dude, I should have bought into big oil when I was 3 years old. Chat. Jesus, man. Fuck.
But whatever you want. We can't let Iran have a nuclear weapon. We had all
They are never going to have a nuclear weapon, you dipshit.
new highs, and I said we have to take care of business because we can't let that happen. So we did a little detour, and it's working out very nicely. They have no Navy, they have no Air Force, they have no
Why did you strike their boats then?
anti-aircraft
Were those civilian boats, sir?
They have no radar, they have no nothing. They have no leaders, actually. The leaders,
Dude, not being sick is the greatest thing ever. I can do like genuine analysis of the content I'm watching and trying to present. My parents think our generation is ruining society and that trans is an illness. Can a girl get a break? I mean, they're so right, Liam. No, I'm kidding. I thought he was dying. Isn't he terminally ill? Trump or yeah. I mean, he's old. Is that terminally ill? He's gonna die. I don't know, man. Trump isn't terminally ill. Liam, I feel bad for you. Your parents are dumb people, and the one good thing to come out of them is you. Always remember that.
The leaders happen to be gone also. But
life is a terminal illness.
True,
Kelly!
We have problems like nobody would believe. And it's going.
Him dying changes nothing. JD Vance will take over. Unfortunately, the same thing over and over again. No. We've had this discussion before. JD Vance has nowhere near the sauce that Trump has. Trump lies and thinks he's telling the truth. JD lies and knows he's lying. Transit is an illness. I promise. Trump is an illness. True. No. Like, Trump has the sauce that no other Republican has right now. Yeah, I was about to say Pete Hegseth, but not even him. Like, everyone hates Pete Hegseth.
Very well. We're also pleased to be joined this afternoon by Secretary of Energy Chris Wright, who's been...
Yeah, you're fucking stupid, man.
Tonight, Iran launching new attacks on commercial oil tankers and...
Yeah, being a trans woman in a Christian conservative family is like being around Neanderthals. Yeah. Dude, you're walking a minefield blindfolded.
Its Arab neighbors, the fragile Middle East ceasefire under strain, with Iran also firing drones and missiles and using small boats to attempt to strike U.S. ships in the Strait of Hormuz. CENTCOM's commander says the projectiles were shot down and boats sunk by American attack helicopters.
We have defeated each and every one of those threats through the clinical application of defensive munitions.
The American naval vessels coming under fire as they attempted to protect commercial ships passing through the strait, part of President Trump's newly announced Project Freedom. Today,
Project Freedom. Emmy for president? Dog, I wouldn't get elected in a million fucking years.
CENTCOM saying,
motherfuckers, I say shit like, you stupid fucking fat moron. Well, Trump says worse than that. Trump says the N-word. I don't know if this is a bad take, but the Corporal Glaze is getting out of hand. They get away with everything. True. Good take.
2 U.S. flag vessels successfully traveled through the strait.
Project Epic Fury from, we've defeated each and every one of those threats and through the clinical application of defensive munitions. Don't worry, I can vote for everyone in America. Ah, thank you, Ollie Star. Okay. Dude. Elon, 1 year only paid 2.3% taxes because of all their strategy bullshit. It's not strategy bullshit. It's just blatant corruption. Epic Fury to Project Freedom.
Successfully traveled through the strait.
The United States has assumed the risk for the international community to open the strait.
With President Trump now saying if Iran tries to target U.S. ships, they'll be, quote, blown off the face of the earth. All as the Iranian regime is also targeting the United Arab Emirates. UAE officials condemning what they called, quote, renewed treacherous Iranian aggression, saying its air defenses shot down incoming Iranian drones and missiles. Iran lashing out as President Trump's blockade of its ports has been squeezing the Iranian...
It's a goddamn fucking combat zone. He'll blow anything, I swear. Yeah, dude, he blew Bubba, man. Sorry, I got a response to something. He blew Bubba. Like... It's just this. God really did make this goddamn planet. Straight map of Europe and Mid-East. Okay. This is my fucking problem with this goddamn map. Alright, we need a goddamn patch for this shit. Hold on, let me get a fucking globe out. Globe. Shit pisses me off. Give me a 3D interactive globe right fucking now. Oh my god, this shit's pissing me off. Alright, this works. This won't leak my data. Motherfucker put Ukraine... Okay, stop fucking spinning. Where's Ukraine? Ukraine would be like right here, right? Somewhere around this area. Ukraine... Natural, they don't fuck with Christian Lamouth. That's true. The Christianites Glaze of Israel. Bad spawns. No, it's not even bad spawns. It's like you put most of the natural resources for, yeah, because that leads to the Black Sea. Yeah, this is where Ukraine is. You have a ton of natural resources for shit like electronics and data centers and like the shit that runs our world right here in Ukraine. And then you have all the oil in the world right here with one passageway out. Too much uncolonized water. True. It's literally just like, dude, we need a reset on this world speed. Yeah, dude, who designed this shit? Granted, this would be W. This would be W if humans could generate, like, positive, like, interactions with each other. Because think about this. You could have, like, you know how much you have. And then you can, like, work to make a better world for everybody. But no. And then you have this fuck-ass country over here that has the most natural defenses of all time. You got 2 oceans, friendly Canada, friendly-ish Mexico, but neither would be invaded to go through the U.S. You got the Rockies here. You got the Appalachians here. Religion is a poison that causes a toxic culture to naturally pit one against each other. Yes, it does. You have in and out groups. Dude, like, this shit pisses me off. This shit pisses me off so much. Trump gave scant details about the new effort he called Project Freedom, helped us surveyors. War was terminated, deadline was moved, claim disputed by some lawmakers. A claim disputed by some lawmakers. He's lying! Just say he's lying! Oh my god, that pisses me off. It was first apparent to the U.S. military force since last month. Ceasefire to unblock. Cost of shipping insurance. So rocketed. Yeah. Project Freedom is Project Deadlock. Even Ventura, there's no military solution to the crisis. He said peace talks are progressing with Pakistan mediation while warning the U.S. and the UAE against being drawn to quagmire. No, everyone I know in my family were clapping when Trump bombed Iran. Yeah, dude, let's just kill civilians. Iran set UAE port ablaze. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Especially after... knowing that any foreign armed forces, especially the U.S. Army, will be attacked at the attempt to approach the interest. People say cis women will start wars while on their period, but Trump literally seems trigger happy for blowing people up. They made jokes about Israelis' attacks. Yeah, because they love death. Trump voters love to watch brown people die. Like, are we that surprised? No. The latest U.S. intelligence shows limited damage to Iran's nuclear. The latest U.S. intelligence shows limited damage to Iran's nuclear program, which Iran says is purely peaceful civilian purposes. Since the war began, officials told... Dude, if you guys could see the smile. They say the Gaza drone pictures are AI. Yeah, low IQ. We'll get to conservatives in just a second, Liam. I have words about conservatives here in just a minute. Trump wants to remove Iran's stockpiles of rich uranium to prevent Iran from processing it further. How much longer until we just start calling him a lying sack of shit? How much longer do we have to wait until we can just start, like, the media starts calling him a lying sack of shit? Because nobody is. CNN isn't. Fox isn't, obviously. Reuters isn't, because they want to remain... I think remaining neutral is a very obvious choice. Zero damage to the non-existent nuclear weapons program.
Attempt to try and break some of that stalemate to get the ships flowing through this very critical waterway. But of course, the risk there is that the Iranians fire on some of these ships, the ceasefire is off, and all of a sudden, the U.S. is back at war with Iran. It had been, I think, unclear this morning what exactly Project Freedom would entail. American officials were quick to point out that this was not an escort mission. The word the president used was guide these ships through the Strait of Hormuz. Just in the last hour, we have heard from the head of Central Command, Brad Cooper, describing this as a, quote, a multiple layer effort using aircraft, using ships to sort of create a coordination cell that would allow these ships to go through the safest channel in the Strait of Hormuz. And just by their presence, try and provide some reassurance to these shipping companies and to the
peace plan would be acceptable. Yeah, that's fine. We talked about that yesterday. Trump looks like an unclipped toenail. Also, I'm going to bed. Just wanted to say I study for finals all week. Good luck. Oh, man, I don't know. It's so frustrating watching Trump because, like, no news agency is calling him a lying pedophile. And it's like the easiest win ever. It's the easiest win ever. And I don't know why we don't do it. Calling him a lying pedophile would instantly win you like 8 trillion goddamn supporters. Project Freedom has threatened to bring US and Iran back into war. Yeah, no shit. We never ended the war. Why even frame it that way? Why even frame it that way? We're not being pulled back into war. We never left the war. When an entire party is diving headfirst into absolute extremism, the center follows. It's not even like diving headfirst into absolute extremism. They're just, it's not even like following. They're just letting it fucking happen. Trying to remain neutral and neoliberalism and politics civility is the most frustrating fucking thing on earth. Because it does nothing but ruin our fucking country. And I'm a true American. I love this country to death. And it breaks my heart every day seeing this shit, dude. It makes me so fucking angry, man. It makes me so fucking angry. I feel like a monster or weird when they glaze a pedo or narcissist. True!